Greetings everyone. I know it's been a while since the last War Thunder vehicle review video. I had my reasons to be this time off due to my new job, a new life, so to speak, and well, I realized that my old costume felt a bit aggressive. So I took all this time to well, make a new face for myself. Salutations everyone. This is the same me as always, but with a new face and a new name. Please welcome that Brazilian operator. Well, after some time, I saw that one review has been out here a long time, and Mr. that requested that this video review, it's your time. Please welcome the F8F-1 Bearcat. I hope you enjoy. Well, it's time to review this aircraft with good and bad notes because my experience with it was very mixed. The F8F-1 Bearcat is a rank 3 battle rating 5.0 naval fighter for the US aircraft lineup. For me, the Bearcat have its lows and highs. Fairly say that this aircraft is balanced. The mobility of the F8F-1 Bearcat is very incredible. It is powered by a Pratt & Whitney R2800 double wasp radial engine that produces more than 2,300 horsepower. That makes it go to 647 kilometers per hour stock to 708 kilometers per hour upgraded. But it sits comfortably on a dive to reach 780 kph or above. Last year on a simulator battle with the F8F-1, it was pretty stock. I had nothing to use on it. It was very stock. I was playing with some friends and I was patrolling at high altitudes. When I saw a pack of bombers, a huge formation of bombers, I decided to dive on them. They were at three 3,500 meters or 1,500 meters, and I was at like 5,000 meters above them. When I started to dive, I saw the speedometer increase to 600, 700, and even 800 kph, and the aircraft wasn't even shaking. This is an absolute beast at high altitudes and even performing boom and zoom, honestly. This amount of power combined with its weight, which is only 3.3 tons, makes it have a amazing acceleration. A powerful and slightly light aircraft makes it be good at its job. Being fast and light needs something more to be cautious. As an example, the flaps are strong. On combat positions, it brakes around 610 to 617 kilometers per hour. Takeoff position is 585 and landing position is 427. The gear can brake at 340 kilometers per hour and wings 827 kilometers per hour. Most cases like over G's won't happen too much because it can sustain 10 to 5 G's when realizing maneuvers. For better action on the plane, the ailerons reply better to your commands above 465 kph, the rudder above 466, the elevators above 600, and its radiator works better below 460. It it took me a bit of time to realize that the airframe of the F8F Bearcat is relatively light. Since it can carry bombs, when you drop just one in one tip of the wing, the other gets very heavy, and on a pull, if you can't control it, you will kiss the ground. Unfortunately, you will kill a family of squirrels or a goddamn parrot. Will you understand what I'm saying, okay? If you know how to control it, if you know how light the airframe will be, then it won't happen. At combat situations, the Bearcat's elevators shine at almost the same level of a 0A6M or a K84 Hayate, because the turn of it is 20.8 seconds stock to 90 seconds upgraded. And we're talking about a 360 degrees turn. And it has good energy too. The rate of climb is 19.6 meters per second stock to 25.2 meters per second upgraded. And the max altitude of the aircraft is almost 11,000 meters. It's incredible to say that this aircraft has almost every privilege that you may know. You have the good top speed, the good climb rate, the good turn rate. That even the Corsair series don't have this. Even the Corsair series don't. Sorry. Even the Corsair series don't have this much privileges. But unfortunately, the Bearcat was backed up due to the Corsair's fame. And since it was released at 1944, it couldn't reach the war scenario this quick. Let's just pretend it was just a regular Hellcat F6F, and he was at the battlefield. Let's just pretend, okay? The survivability of the F8F-1 Bearcat is decent sometimes. Since it's powered by the double wasp, the overheating problem is more common than when you are on a thunderbolt or other related radio engine American aircrafts. So after some time, you need to decrease your throttle to 85 or 80% just to keep the engine cooled off. On the green line, you will not regret if you are flying it on long flights, honestly. Speaking about long flights, the Bearcat has a good fuel amount and consumption. And the game offers good fuel amounts for our flights, either fast close air support or long patrols looking for enemy fighters and bombers. Since some of its fuel tanks are located on the wings, the fire is inevitable if you're facing enemy fighters that have high explosive or incendiary bullets. If you're shot, your light airframe will shred into 5 different pieces or even more, depending on what aircraft you are facing. To help a bit to the protection, the F8F-1 Bearcat has 60 millimeters of bulletproof glass, 9.5 millimeters of steel on the pilot seat and headrest, 8.5 millimeters of steel on the fore cockpit protection plate, and under the growling engine armor plate. It will not be much to protect you against some well armored aircraft, just like the BF-109K, the Yak 9, Typhoons, or even Spitfires, the Mark 9 or Mark 20, 50, and 9100, I don't know much, will give everything they got to shred you apart just a little bit. Plus, with the anti-D suit that is given to most of the aircrafts of that battle rating, the dogfight will be nice. The dogfight will be honestly nice, since the pilot will not fade out immediately after you make 3 or 4 turns at high speeds. The Bearcat has good armament selection, but its main armament is 4 12.7 mm M2 Browning machine guns, or 450 cals, that holds 12 150 rounds or 1250 rounds. Very limited ammo storage, but it can be resolved by adding 2 gun pods of 4 extra 12.7mm M2 Browning machine guns. The downgrade is that it will add more drag to the aircraft, but the burst mass is double increased. Some other suspended armaments of the Bearcat is 2 AN M64A1 500-pound bombs, 3 AN M65A1 1000-pound bombs, 4 H4 rockets, and 2 Tiny Tim rockets. Since the custom loadout is available, you can create it at your own kind. But take care about what you're carrying, because the Bearcat can change the direction aggressively if you drop a heavy load on one side of the ring. A seesaw effect. Let's picture this. Your aircraft have 2 bombs. It has 2 bombs, not ton, 2. One on each wing. You need to drop one at a time on different targets, on different places. But to hit your other target, you need to make 2 dives. The first dive, you get speed and your accuracy, and you drop your first bomb. But unfortunately, your aircraft becomes lighter on one side than another. When you pull, your aircraft will push to the side that has more weight, and if you don't correct it quickly, you will start making a barrel roll without consent and kiss the ground. Remember what I say about killing a entire squirrel family or killing a parrot? That's why. But if you are aware of the seesaw effect, when you pull, you will press the keybind that corrects this effect while pulling the aircraft up and preventing it from a imminent barrel roll without consent. Managing this will be a bit difficult, so you better drop both bombs on the wing, then the bomb on the belly if you have it. Overall, the F8F-1 Bearcat is an amazing and superb aircraft. Have limited ammo but good precision if you're familiarized with the American 50 cals. Short bursts helps a lot. And the suspended armament is great, but since the airframe is very light, the Bearcat can't be very tanky. But without any weight, it shines on its amazing rate of climb, energy, and speed. Even can outrun most fighters at takeoff due to its incredible acceleration. Out of 10 stars, the Bearcat receives 9. 9 stars. Having good times with it makes you very useful to its commands, but having bad times make you learn more about your aircraft. Well, that's all I have to say about this incredible vehicle for today. I am tired of saying, and I got something on my throat that is quite annoying me too much. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you want a suggestion of yourself, if you want to suggest any vehicle, you can leave it down in the comments. If you want to share it, you can share with your friends to see if they want to see their favorite vehicle on the channel. I will speak about my honest opinion on it, about my experience with it. Could it be a L333? Could it be a helicopter, a aircraft, even a goddamn USS Detroit? A ship. Anyway, that's all for today, guys. I really hope you enjoyed and have a nice weekend. Have a nice week. Because I don't know if you are watching this on the start of the week, in the middle, or on the end. Have an amazing week. God bless you all. Bye, guys.